Hey everybody, Scott Bintz here, aka Redheaded Rebel, for another edition of CSquad Live, and started my normal deal to give it time for things to spool up, but the CSquad Race show is sponsored by RHR Brew Coffee, rhrbrew.com coffee, Weir's Machine, and this week the 2019 Keezer Wild West Shootout at the FK Rod Ends Arizona Speedway. So I seem to be tongue-tied. So, hey Lane, hey Jay, can you guys hear me all right? Hey Jenny, hey Bobby, Ann. So anyway, I have, this week on the show, we have our two-time national champion, Skeeter Estey, who just clinched the championship for, oh wow, Nicholas, welcome Nicholas. You guys hear me all right? So he just clinched the 2018 WSOTA Midwest Modified National Champion. And so excited to talk to him, get a rundown of his season. I know I chased him a little bit, and he's fast. So we're going to find out why he's fast. Is it orbs of twirl? Is it some technical thing? But anyway, my normal deal is to do a Sbr Race update. So this weekend we put on the winter jacket and we boogied to Ogilvie Speedway Raceway for the Fall Classic, the Minnesota Truck Center Fall Classic. And we didn't get a race Friday, but Saturday they got it worked in. And of course, it was really wet. And I was in the third heat of the night. So I loosened up my car. I'm thinking this is going to be hammered down, loose. I start in 7th. And it was dry by the time I got out there for the third heat. Dry, slick, a little dusty. We finished 8th, 7th to 8th in that one. I'm sure when everybody's looking at the 16 win stickers I've got strategically placed on my sale panel, they thought, where'd this guy win at? But anyway, we redeemed ourselves in the Consi. We went from 10th in the Consi to 2nd. And if we'd have had, I don't know, 100 more laps, we might have won it. And then we started 22nd in the feature, drove up to 15th fairly quickly, and even got around Jason Babyak, which shocked me. I almost passed out passing him, but he, of course, passed me back because we didn't go anymore after that. I don't know if the track just changed, but we were kind of driving in the middle, letting it float high, which is my favorite line. Anyway, so it's a good time. My rants, I don't have any rants this week. What I do have is that I was very impressed with Ogilvie's Raceway, their facility, nice slick track, racy. 245 cars were racing at 45 degrees in Minnesota. So that might even been, what's that, what do you call it when you have, like a Guinness Book of World Records. It could be, we could have broke it there. Anyway, good job to FYE Motorsports and all the Minnesota Truck Center for putting that deal on. So, a couple of tips for racing. Easy there, Jason. Welcome, Jason. Jason Babyak is here to talk about the Wild West Shootout, but we'll get to that in a second while we're letting people spool up. Hey, Dustin. Hey, Tim. Anyway, so the racing tips, if you race in the winter and it's 45 degrees, bring a heater for your trailer. Easy, Jason. Every time you touch your keyboard, it'll toggle the video over to you. We're all new at this, so, but anyway, and bring hoodies to sell because you'll sell a lot of them. We really killed it with the Sbr hoodies this weekend. And then I wanted to shout out Shane Shabrasky, who I wanted to race one last time. There's Jason again. Wanted to race one last time, and but he doesn't have a Midwest mod, so James Trentina borrowed him his, and Shane got third. I didn't really get a race, Shane, because I was too slow. He was like 12 cars ahead of me. So I just got to race him in spirit. I got to see him on the other side of the track. Anyway, on to what the show's about. We're going to, Skeeter, are you there, Skeeter?
Yep, I'm here.
Awesome. Welcome to the CSquad Race Show. So just give us a quick rundown on who, that's Jason, who Skeeter Estey is.
I'm from Kelly Lake, Minnesota, just a small town in northern Minnesota. I work for the city of Hibbing, drive a garbage truck. Got a 5-year-old son named Colton, and I've been doing this racing thing for 14 years now.
Awesome. Oops, I'm just doing a little muting there on the other end. So tell us about, so you're the, unofficially, I'm guessing kind of officially, looking at the points, this is your second national champion in a row. How many wins you get this year?
We got 30 wins this year. A couple of them are unsanctioned wins, but anytime we win, we like to count it.
That's pretty impressive. So, and you raced, what, about 45 times, 46 times?
Yep, we got 46 nights in, so I don't know. We kind of cut back a little bit this year, but still ended up having a decent amount of shows once it came down to the end. So
where all did you race this year in Wissota Country?
We probably raced about 15 different tracks this year. Grand Rapids, Superior, Hibbing, and Proctor are home tracks. They race Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I hit a couple new tracks this year, Greenbush, Red River Co-op in Winnipeg, and Jamestown. It's always nice to get out different places and see how stuff runs everywhere else.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. I mean, I got to do a lot of traveling this year. I think we got to 26 tracks, fortunate enough to do that. And we got to encounter you at a couple of tracks in Winnipeg. I guess we got to race together in Proctor and Jamestown. And all the tracks that you've seen, any favorite ones come to mind?
I definitely like Gondik Law, Speedway, and Superior. That's always been one of my favorites. Ogilvy, they've always got a consistent track surface, dry, which I like, and those are probably two of my favorites for sure.
Okay, what are you doing the winter show this coming weekend at Klondike Speedway in Superior if they run?
I will be there if they run. Looking at the weather, I don't know. I don't really have my hopes up for it, but you never know what'll happen.
But you're ready to go if they're racing?
Yep, we're ready to go.
All right. Well, maybe I'll be able to catch you there or stay in front of you. There's some requests. If you have any questions for Skeeter, post them up and I'll ask Skeeter. But you do have a request to come race Casino Speedway in 2019.
I've looked at that track. We've never really had gears to run down there. So maybe if Wissota gets quick change in this year, we might be able to make a trip down there.
All right. You hear that, Wissota board of directors and tracks and all the people that make the decisions. So do you have any pre-race rituals?
I don't know. Usually on race day, I don't eat anything. Not really a ritual just because I never usually have time. Other than that, not really.
Any lucky T-shirts or?
You know, I always kind of got a T-shirt in the closet, one or two of them. Used to have a Dan Ebert one. When I used to race Dan Ebert, I always wore his T-shirt, and it seemed to be good luck. But that, and then I've always used the same steering wheel since I started racing. Every time I get rid of a car, I always make sure to keep the steering wheel. So.
Oh yeah, same steering wheel. Okay, that's you've raced 14 years, and so how'd you get into racing?
My dad's raced ever since I was born, so I've always been around the track, and racing's pretty much been my life. I really didn't do anything else. I always wanted to be a race car driver, and my parents didn't let me start racing until I was 16. I'd have a job first and be able to get the car to the track myself. So we got a little bit of a late start compared to some, and then we ran pure stock for 3 years, and after that I jumped into the B mod. 2012 I tried a mod for a year, but it's just a little out of the budget, so then we went back to a B mod. That's what we've been in since.
Very cool. So you've been through the whole B mod experience where it was 4-bar and then converted to 3-link. You've even built your own race car with your dad's help, right? From frame up?
Yeah, 2009, me and my dad built a car in our garage there, built the frame and put everything together. And that was pretty cool to be able to experience that and do everything from the ground up. And then first night out with it, we were at Proctor and I ended up winning with it. So that was pretty awesome too.
Yeah, no doubt. And you right now, you race a TRC house car?
Yep, I've been driving for Mark Rooney at TRC since 2011. When Wazota switched to the 3-link stuff, Mark was always a super stock guy, so he had his 3-link stuff down pretty good, and me and him worked out a deal, and I don't know, we've been driving for him ever since. So
is there any pressure when you're racing a house car? Like,
no, Mark's a pretty laid back guy. I don't know. We just have fun with it. We aren't afraid to throw some off the wall stuff at it, cut some pipes out, weld some mounts in, whatever it takes. And I don't know, that fits with the way I like to do stuff pretty good. So we get along really good.
There was a question about if you're ever any plans to come to Deer Creek Speedway. Looks like they'd like to see you race there.
Deer Creek, I've always wanted to go there. It's a little bit of a drive for us, but I always plan on trying to get there once a year. It just never works out. So I don't know. Hopefully sometime in the future we can get there.
Cool. So if you were to talk to Skeeter Estey 14 years ago and give yourself 3 tips for a new driver, what would they be?
Patience is a big one. I never used to have a lot of patience when I first started. So
like on the track, off the track?
Probably a little bit of both. I used to get pretty wound up at times if things didn't go right. So I guess that's another one. Things aren't going to go your way all the time. So you kind of just got to take them as they come and try again the next night. And then you got to be dedicated to the car. You got to know your car, and you got to spend the time with it if you want to compete every night.
So you spend a lot of time in the shop going through it?
Yep. Yeah, I got nice hours at work. I work 6 to 2 Monday to Friday, so after work every day, we're out there every night, maintenance and tires and just going through everything, making sure everything's right.
So do you have like a maintenance checklist, or do you just got it all in your head?
I just have it all in my head. I usually go through everything myself. Just, I don't know. After 14 years, you kind of figure out what to check for and what to look for, whether it's cracks or whatnot and different stuff. So I don't know. I just kind of go through everything during the week and scope it out.
What is your favorite driver you'd like to meet? Question from the audience.
Scott Bloomquist. I've always been a Scott Bloomquist fan, and I've never got to meet him, but I don't know. I've always liked his driving style, and
awesome.
So he'd be the one.
Cool. So anyone listening, I know one of you out there listening knows Scott Bloomquist. Let him know that the 2-time Wazota national champion of the Midwest Modifieds, Skeeter Estey, would love to meet him. So hopefully that'll happen someday. So let me check in here if where Jason Babyak is. He's going to talk about the Wild West Shootout shortly. Do you have any Viking Speedway would like you to come visit them too? So you're going to have to get different gears for Viking and Watertown.
We've been to Viking. It's been a few years now, but we used to make a trip a couple times a year down there. that's definitely a fun track to race on too.
Yeah, no doubt. So do you have any, you did some traveling, you went race Canada. By the way, the all Canadian badass, official badass, Grant Hall is actually watching. So, but you went to Canada racing. What do you think of racing up in Canada?
I like it. That was the first time I was ever in Winnipeg. The track was awesome. I would definitely go back. Wish I could run there more if it was closer, but yeah, it was a fun place to race on.
Yeah, no doubt. I like going up there, and it seems like it's always a fun time, and those Canadians are friendly. Before we get much deeper in the interview, want to thank the sponsors, Weir's Machine. Do you use any Weir's Machine products on your race cars, Skeeter?
Yep, we use all their clamp brackets and screw jacks for the front and stuff like that. Chad usually takes care of the modified stuff too with the bird cages and all that, so definitely.
Awesome. And also, of course, Red-Headed Rebel Brew Coffee, which makes all sorts of custom coffee like Game Changer blend, and all orders come with free gift cards. So it's a great gift coffee. And next on, are you doing any winter racing besides Superior this weekend, maybe?
I don't know. Humboldt in March will probably be the next one. You never know for Arizona. Financially, I'm not sure if we could pull that one off or not, but I don't know. We still got a couple months to figure stuff out, so you never know.
Yeah. So with Arizona, let me bring Jason on here because you are you there, Jason?
Yeah, I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yes. All
right.
Live from Arizona.
Yes, sir. Live from Arizona. I turned the air conditioning off for you, so let the background.
Awesome. Well, I think we should try to talk Skeeter Estey into coming and racing the Wild West Shootout. Although I would request that he only use 7 spark plug wires, because I'd really like to regain the Wild West Shootout Championship, because that's my last race, that down in Arizona. But anyway, tell us about the Wild West Shootout in Arizona this year, Jason, or next year.
All right. This is our 14th consecutive year with the Wild West Shootout out here, and unlike any other races out there, we race 6 nights and we have 2 practices over 9 days. And the nice thing is, everything's at one facility. So you guys pull in, you pop the air brake, and you're there for 8, 9, 10. Some guys are there for 12 days, just kind of thawing out, warming up. But we do race 6 nights, 6 full shows, all 3 classes: super late models, USRA modifieds, and what we call the X mods. And everybody races a full show week night. We have points fund for all 3 classes. Obviously, a lot of sponsors out there. And the best thing is, offer you guys some great weather. I think we have about 70 degrees during that time. So,
and then if a lot of people fly down and do a weekend or 2 weekends with the fans, of course, they can also watch it live on Dirt on Dirt.
Absolutely, yeah. Everything is on dirtondirt.com. And like I said, we do the 2 practices. So we practice on Friday, January 4th, which is the night before. And in years past, I assume we'll do it again this year. Dirt on Dirt does do the practice for free, so you can get on there and see what you think. And then from there, absolutely, every lap is on dirtondirt.com of all 6 nights, all 3 classes.
So for the X mod class, which is kind of like B mods in our area, if you have a WSOTA B mod, you can just get American racers and pretty much go down there and race.
Yeah, go ahead.
And then a USRA car, you pretty much run your rules, and then or X mod rules, which I'm not totally familiar with what those are, but it seems like the racing's reasonably competitive. And at least the years I've been there, And then on the super late model, of course, it's the big boy late models and the modifieds. Is that a USRA or is that an open show too? Or?
We go by USRA rules, but it is not USRA points or sanction. We just follow. We need to have a rule package for the modified, so we go with USRA rules.
Okay. And then who, I know sometimes you advertise the most winningest driver of the Wild West Shootout. Who is that?
I'm not exactly sure. I've only been involved for about 6 years now, so I'm not sure who the most winningest driver is of all time. I imagine on the X-Mods, you're probably up there.
I might be. Well, there was one that I remember you guys advertising that Billy Moyer was the winningest driver. And
okay.
I was like counting my wins. And I was thinking, I don't know if he's the winningest driver down there. Maybe he'll have to come down this year. Is Billy Moyer still racing or is he retired now?
Actually, well, he supposedly was going to retire a little bit and then race some select shows. This is one of his favorite shows. But unfortunately, he is going to be racing out in Australia this year at the time. So we are going to be without Billy Moyer this year.
Oh, yeah. So any sneak peeks on some big name drivers that are coming?
Well, absolutely. I mean, obviously, one thing I tell people is just get on our Facebook page, Wild West Shootout, and that's where we do all of our driver now. We are just starting to do some releases right now. It's still, like Skeeter was saying, it's still pretty early in the season, so it's hard to get guys to, even verbally commit. But we have announced that 2018 two-time winner Don Shaw is coming back in 2019, and actually I'm going to announce right now for the first time that 2018 two-time winner out of Manchester, Canada, Rick Weiss is coming back.
Okay.
So our first announcements in the super late models won for the 6 races in 2018, and both those guys love they love the track, they run really well here, so we're ecstatic to have both Don Shaw and Ricky Weiss back.
Yeah, Ricky Weiss has really been on a tear, and boy, if someone could win that super grand prize, I'd bet on him.
Yeah, he's tough to beat out here, so I know he's excited. I mean, the way that, they started really good in January and won a couple races, and obviously they just let that roll all year. They have just been on an absolute tear. I was kind of texting crew chief Sean Gage a little bit today, and he's pretty excited on, how the season has panned out, and they're excited to get back out here in January as well.
Yeah, I noticed he's kind of, he's always been solid. He's a WSOTA national champion and all of that, and he's really had a breakout with the super late models, and I'm kind of privy to some inside information. Like, I do know he's got RHR brew coffee in his trailer, so I don't know if that's the connection there or if it's just hard work and dedication, but anyway, so anything else you want to say real quick about the Wild West Shootout in January?
Yeah, sure. Like I said, we'll just kind of cover real quick. I guess you had talked about the super mega bonus. We do call it the Kaiser $250,000 challenge. So with the super late models, if one driver can come in and sweep all 6 races, they get a $250,000 bonus. It's $100,000 if they get 5 of the 6 races, $25,000 if they get 4 of the 6 races, and then $10,000 if they get 3 of the 6 races. So we can actually have 2 $10,000 winners.
Oh, wow.
That's pretty cool. And then modifieds, they will race for $1,000 for 6 nights, and on both Sundays they will race for $2,000. And then the X-Mod race for $500 a night, $1,000 on both Sundays. And we picked up a little extra sponsors last year for the modifieds and the X-Mod, so I'm still kind of working on that, talking to some people, and I think we can bump up some of those persons as well. Then we have points fund for all classes as well.
So if someone wants to partner up with the Wild West Shootout for sponsorship, they should get a hold of you?
Yeah, absolutely. I think the easiest way is just go to Wild West Shootout on the Facebook page and just send a message, and I'll be the one that gets that. If anyone has any questions about how they can partner up with us, I'm pretty happy with the fact that we have probably 25 or so sponsors, and we had nearly 100% return rate. Great sponsors like yourself as well. But that kind of lets me know I'm doing my job. And then the one sponsor we didn't get back is Performance. Unfortunately, they kind of gone a different direction. Unfortunately, we're going to miss them as a parts vendor. But other than that, sponsors I work really hard to ensure that our sponsors, see the value in their dollars. And the nice thing is we work really hard as well to take those sponsor dollars and we give them back to the drivers. That's what we do our points fund with. That's how we raise the purses and stuff like that. We understand you guys are towing a very, very long way to be out here. Obviously, we can offer you the good weather and 8 nights of racing over 9 days, but we want to be able to give back to drivers as much as we possibly can.
So, since I got you on the horn, so, I have 9 Wild West Shootout hats. They're pretty badass. The trophies are pretty badass, even for the X-Mods. I mean, the late model trophies and all that's next level too. But if Skeeter comes down and wins all the races, is there like a bonus for that? If you're an X-Mod guy like Skeeter, who maybe he couldn't win them all, but he could probably win, like his win rate's like 75%. So like a white hat instead of a black cowboy hat. So like I got like, I think brown ones and black ones. Like if you win them all, you get a white cowboy hat.
We do have, obviously we do the black cowboy hats for all the winners, and then we do the brown. I think we do the brown cowboy hat for the points champions and stuff.
That's what it is. Yep.
Tell you what, though, you talk about the trophies, and all credit goes to Chris Kearns and Kevin Montgomery on that. Those guys, they hand make every single one of those trophies, and they are really unmatched in the industry. I mean, so many guys are just pumped to get out here. And like I said, I'll pat myself on the back a little bit. I came up with the 6-gun idea. So when you guys win the race, I hand you 6 guns and you get up on the car and you fire off 12 shots. So, a lot of guys like doing that as well. So, we try to do as different stuff as we can, build some excitement that, to pay you guys back for making it go out here.
Awesome. So, hey, thanks for joining us, Jason. And I'm going to resume the interview here with Skeeter. And I'll definitely see you in January, and I'll keep working on Skeeter. Maybe there's some fans out there that'll want to sponsor Skeeter down there, because I don't think Skeeter can beat me in Arizona. He can beat me in Minnesota and Canada, and but not Arizona. That's my territory.
No.
I got a few year head start on dialing her in for that track.
Yeah. All right. I appreciate your time, Scott. Thank you for everything you do.
Yep. Thank you, Jason. Hey, Skeeter, you still there?
Yep, I'm here.
Oh, you still there? All right. We're back in action. What's the funnest race you've been in this year?
I don't know. There's been a few of them. Anytime I get to race against Mac, my brother, that's always fun. You can race hard and clean, and I don't know. He usually gets a little bummed out if I beat him, but he's probably one of the toughest guys to race too, and that's always fun when I can do that.
Yeah, no doubt. Do you guys have like a brotherly little tick marks in the shop on who wins or that kind of thing, or is it just more just have two brothers having fun racing each other?
Yeah, we just more have fun. Like I say, it's nice to know when you can race somebody side by side and not have to worry about anything. And like I say, usually if he's out front, I'll throw a couple sliders at him. He usually passes me back, but gotta let him know I'm there anyways.
Yeah, no doubt. So hey, a quick this or that. Do you race for? Before we get to that, how many wins do you have this year? You had 30 wins. Career wins?
It's getting close to 200. I'm not exactly sure how many. I have all my feature stickers still. I've never put one on a car, so I could probably count them and figure it out. So.
Oh, that's awesome. So do you race for points or wins?
Wins.
Slick?
Usually if you can win races, the points will follow along with that. So.
Right. So, and then do you slick or hammer down?
Slick for sure.
Do you like lining up by points average or passing points?
Passing points. I don't know. Fourth row that gets old after a while if you win some races. So.
Right. The bull ring or half mile?
In between. I don't know. I run good on all of them, so if it's a racy track, I don't really mind whatever it is.
What do you think of the Wissota 100 this year in Fergus? You like the track?
Yeah, it was. I was surprised. I was probably one of the guys that said didn't think the racing was going to be as good as it was, but from first heat race to last race of the night, there was racing all over that track. They did an excellent job.
Yeah, I thought it was really racy, and they did a good job for being kind of rookies at the Wissota 100 with that many cars. Do you like the ditch or the high side?
High side, right around the wall if I can.
Very cool. Yeah, big check or big trophy? I
like checks. Trophy is usually whenever I win one of them, I try to run it up in the grandstands and give it to one of the kids. I like the checks. I can hang them on the wall in the shop.
Very cool. And you won some big races. You've run the Battle of the Bull Ring a couple of times.
Yep.
And
yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, I won that one in Kansas twice. There was one in Springfield, Missouri. We got second in that one. We just won the Wissota 100 in the Race of Champions. That was one I wanted to check off the bucket list, and I'm glad I was finally able to get that done.
Yeah, that was you won. I'm trying to think of how you won the third qualifier, and then you won the Race of Champions, and then you won the Wissota 100.
Yeah. The first day I was ready to put her in the trailer and go home. I kind of put myself in a situation in the heat race where I got some stuff wrecked up, and then just sat down for a little while and got my head back, and we straightened her out and went back after it and got it done.
Yeah, that was very cool to see. What's your most wanted win?
Right now, I got my first mod win this year. We were able to run a handful of mod shows, and I got my first mod win, so that was nice. I don't know. I would like to win a USMTS race one day. That's on the bucket list too.
Very cool. So on the modified, you said you kind of race modified a little bit a few years ago, and it was kind of a little too expensive for you to race. Do you think I don't know if you're an open motor guy or a crate guy, but if they had the 525 as an option, that $7,200 motor in Wissota for an A-mod, would you look at racing A-mods then?
I don't know. It's not just the motors. It's everything that goes along with it. And then with my son and everything, the mods require a little more time than the B-mods. B-mod, like on a Saturday after you get done racing Friday, you can slack off a little bit, and like I can go do some stuff with him. It doesn't require the time that a modified requires.
Right.
So that's a big part of it also. So
yeah, no doubt. Do you have anything you've seen in the tracks you've raced this year, or even in the past, that you think more tracks should do? Something that a track might do for you as a driver, for fans, or?
I like when the promoters come up to you when you get there. Thank you for coming. And even there's some guys that'll come up after a race and ask you what you thought, your opinions and stuff like that. So that's nice when they're trying to get feedback from the guys who are racing.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt. Have you any rules that you'd like to see changed in Wissota or wherever? I mean, you do some open shows too, like at Cedar Lake occasionally and that kind of thing.
Yep. I don't know. I think the quick change would be a big one. I've been for a few years now. Everything else is pretty decent. I don't know about the tires. I wish they could do something with the tires. I mean, right now if I could change them every night, I'd be changing them every night, because the first lap on them is the best lap, and then after that, I feel like they fall off. So if they could do something there to maybe save a guy a little money, I'm not sure what the answer is.
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's hard to say. I guess I never looked at the tires that way with racing American racers and then dabbling a little bit with IMCA's Hoosiers, which are kind of like hockey pucks. Seems like Wasota's lasts a lot longer, particularly on a B mod. But I don't race any tracks that have aggressive dirt either, so that probably plays a factor.
Yeah.
Anyway, if anything was possible, what kind of race car would you race?
I don't know. I think I'm an open wheel guy, so if I could get in a modified and be able to comfortably do it, I think that's where I'd like to end up.
Cool. And just a couple more questions, and I'll let you get going. But when stuff does go sideways, because it does in racing, you know, you have bad luck, etc. How do you stay positive? How do you like turn it around so it doesn't train wreck?
I used to not be very good at that. I used to let it go to my head a little bit, but now you come through the gate and you draw a bad number or something like that. I just don't let it bother me. I wait till the race happens and just play it out. And I mean, if something happens where you get a flat tire or something like that or wreck up, I try not to let it bother me. I just get to fixing it and get ready for the next race. And I don't know, that seemed to help me a lot, just staying a little bit calmer and not letting stuff bother me like it used to.
Yeah, definitely. You know, this year, you know, I started racing at 36, so I'm 47 now. And this year, I don't know why, but at the beginning when I would draw, I would say to the draw person, perfect, whatever number it was. And obviously I've had good draws and bad draws and etc. But what I noticed in that was like, I just kind of like, you know, it's orbs of twirl stuff with that draw. And, so, you know, just like, I'm not going to let it wreck my day. I'm there to have fun and try to be competitive. And it's just like, perfect. It's just what was supposed to happen kind of deal. And obviously when I drew 80 at the Fall Classic, it was like perfect. And it turned out fine. I mean, obviously I would have just soon started a little further to the front, but cars in perfect shape, didn't run into anyone, you know, good time racing, past cars.
Yeah, I've had good numbers and done bad in the heat race, and I've had bad numbers and done good in the heat race. So, I mean, you just kind of got to take it as it comes and go out there and run your race.
Yeah, no doubt. Say, how can the fans out there listening help the Skeeter Estey race team? Can you get a Skeeter Estey shirt or hoodie somewhere?
We don't have any shirts right now. I should probably find a girlfriend one day to take care of that stuff. But if they go on our race page on Facebook, Skeeter Estey Motorsports, keep up to date on there. We're always posting results, and if we have any plans over the winter or whatnot, and I'm sure we'll be getting some shirts or something for next year. So just keep an eye on our Facebook page, and you can get them off of there.
And so if someone wanted to help you, sponsor you to race down in Arizona, they can ping you on the Facebook page?
Yep. They can get a hold of me on there. My phone number's on there. Be happy to talk to anybody who's got any interest.
Cool. Just disclaimer there, 7 spark plugs for Skeeter. Or 1 tear off. 7 spark plugs or 1 tear off. No, just kidding. But anyway, anyone you'd like to thank that helps make racing possible for you, your family, sponsors, etc., before we sign off here?
I got to thank my family first off, my dad and my mom. My son Colton, for he's always kind of moral support. He keeps everybody up and at it.
Oh, we're losing the feed there a little bit. You ended with Colton. If you want to resume there to see if the old internet has come back here. Okay,
and then Mark at TRC Race Cars. Without him, it'd be tough to do. And then I got Tim from Tim's Automotive. He builds an awesome power plant. Palmer's Tavern, Snap Signs, CarQuest, Mohawk Salvage, RCR Motorsports, Propane Strategies, Genesis Shocks. I'm sure I'm probably missing a few, but we've had a ton of great sponsors over the years that help us get to the track every night.
Awesome. So in closing, again, want to thank our sponsors, Redhead Rebel Brew Coffee, Weir's Machine, which makes trick stuff for race cars, and then also the Wild West Shootout down in Arizona. Do you have, before we sign off, Skeeter, do you have any tips for me? I might get a race appear this weekend. I'm going to go down to Arizona and race there. Any tips for me to be a little bit better driver?
You just got to keep your head in the game and race your race, and you're going to be fine.
Awesome. So, hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in and all the support. Share this out, pass it on. It'll be posted up tomorrow in podcast format for people who like to listen to it. And again, congrats, Skeeter, on your second national championship. 30 wins in about 40 plus races is pretty awesome. I think anyone would like to have that kind of a record. And best wishes for doing a little winter racing. And I hope to see you in Superior this weekend and get one more crack at trying to beat you. So anyway, thanks for joining the CSquad Racing Show, and take care.
Yep, thanks for having me.